Now we're going to talk about the consumer litigation context search. This one, very simply, is that we have indexed all of the text out of more than 90,000 uh, consumer lawsuit complaints. And we've put all of that text into the search engine. So if you look at the page here, you can see you can fill in some date options if you want to, or you can do it without date options. You have a choice of a keyword search or a phrase search. That can come in handy if maybe the single keyword is not restrictive enough and you get too many insignificant results. I'll show you an example here with one of my favorite terms, the 1099-C lawsuits that exploded a couple of years ago. So you can put in 1099. I like to use a wildcard here instead of a C, but you could certainly do it either way. And the keyword search is actually going to be the default, so we don't have to check that if we don't want to. And if you click search, you can see that we have 1,156 results, which may be a bit more than we want. We'll get back to the date range here in a moment. You can see the name of the suit, link to download a copy of that complaint, and then the context of that term, where it fits in the document. And you can see all of these results look to be fairly relevant if you're looking for lawsuits that have that term in it. Now let's say we don't want to sort through 1156. Maybe we only want the most recent ones. We can always just go year to date, and in that case rerun it. And now we're down from 1156 to 118, and that makes that search a bit more palatable. Now let's say an example of we want to look up SMS for text messaging kinds of lawsuits. We can always do that, and you run that search, and look what happens. You get a lot of suits that we're getting a lot of junk in. So maybe that's not very good of a search to run. One way to fix that would be instead of SMS, you can assume that most lawsuits that invoke SMS will actually spell it out as short message service. And let's see what happens now. We have a lot of instances of those specific words showing up, but that's not really what we want either, is it? So we can come back up here now and just do that as a phrase search. And what we get is only hits that have it as a phrase. And you can see that here, you can see that there. So now we're getting somewhere. And now we've got 186 instances of that term. If we wanted to limit that maybe to just recent ones, you can do that. And here we've got 20 in the year-to-date search. You can see how this could be useful if you are looking for other lawsuits maybe that are similar to one that you're dealing with. You can see how they've turned out, or make a plan to track them through the system. And hopefully this is a useful tool for you. Thank you.